Hello and welcome to Cruise Altitude, our light-hearted look at the world of aviation from the other side of the cockpit door. I'm Si.
And I'm John.
Welcome to our special Christmas quiz episode. Merry Christmas, John.
Merry Christmas.
For this special Christmas episode, we're delighted to be joined in the Cruise Altitude studios by friend of the pod, Captain Greg. Hi, Greg.
Hello, Si. Hello, John. Merry Christmas.
Hello, Greg.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
How's Christmas going, Greg?
It is a bit of a different one this year, but we've got the Christmas tree lights on. All we're missing really is the 6 feet of snow.
Yeah,
Which I'm surprised you've not got in Scotland, to be honest.
and a few more people around the table, sadly,
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
but
I think we're all missing that this year, aren't we?
not quite the same. However, we've got a fantastic episode coming up for you. It's the Cruise Altitude Christmas quiz, so pens and paper at the ready. We're going to fire some festive questions at you, and hopefully you can all play along at home and really enjoy the quiz. For those of you who want to take part and test your friends and family, we will post the quiz on our Facebook page, which is Cruise Altitude, or also on Twitter. If you're not following us already, we are at cruise_altitude for the Cruise Altitude podcast Twitter feed. However, before we kick off, Greg, it's always nice to get to know our guests on the podcast. So you are a real-life airline captain. So here's some get to know Greg, the airline captain, questions. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
So here we go. Greg, what's your favourite aircraft?
It's got to be the Concorde for me.
That's a great choice. Why?
I think because when I was a kid, that's the plane that I always wanted to fly. It's a great bit of British and French engineering. Love it.
Yeah, I guess all of us wanted to fly Concorde, didn't we?
If only it was still around. All right, Greg, question 2. What's your favourite airport?
Favourite airport? I quite like flying into places like Gibraltar because it's a bit of a challenge. I always like places that are a bit of a challenge.
We did one of our previous episodes, Greg. We talked about challenging place to fly, and Gibraltar came up in that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? Because it's tricky weather, isn't it, Gibraltar? Tricky little place.
Yep, short runway, and lots of stuff to think about on the way in.
Can I just interject at this point? Because I want to mention my favourite airport, well, specifically my favourite Christmas airport. I don't know if you've seen this, both of you, but Shannon Airport this year have launched a festive campaign, and they've turned their runway into a Christmas tree.
Oh, how have they done that?
So that must be for Rudolph to come and land.
Yeah, so they've well, when I say they've changed their runway into a Christmas tree, they've actually rendered up a little advertising campaign and changed the approach lights to make it look like a Christmas tree with a star at the end. So it's quite jazzy, it's quite cool actually, it's worth having a quick look at. According to their press release, they say the image will be sent express to the North Pole to bring some festive cheer to Santa and his team of reindeer as they plan their routes ahead of their epic annual journey to deliver presents to children all over the world. So I thought that was really cool. Excellent.
And as our regular listeners will know, John, we love a Christmas tree on this podcast.
We do. I know you particularly like Christmas trees. But that was when I remembered your Christmas tree formation from the Cold War, and I thought this was a little bit more jolly.
Yeah, I think I think you've probably trumped me on that one. Anyway, moving on. Sorry, Greg. What's your least favourite airport? And don't say
I'm
Nantes.
not sure if definitely Nantes. Yeah,
We don't want to offend people.
We can't say Nantes.
We don't want to offend people again.
I don't know if I've got a least favourite destination. There's some places I like going to more than others, but most places have some sort of challenge and something to like about going, really. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess every place we fly to, somebody in the back wants to go to anyway, don't they? So
exactly.
That's true.
It's always quite
true.
good.
Okay. Question 4. What's your favourite destination? And that doesn't have to be somewhere you actually fly to. It might just be somewhere you like to go on holiday, maybe.
I think my favourite place that I've been is San Diego.
Ah, cool. That would do me right now.
It's a nice city, and it's got a bit of everything. It's got a city, got the beach. Love it.
Okay. And final question, Greg. What's your favourite Christmas song?
Definitely Driving Home for Christmas. No question.
A classic. A lot more driving home than flying home at the moment, to be fair.
Yeah, seems to be.
What about Fairy Tale of New York?
It's a good one, but it's a little bit sad. There's a bit too much of an agenda on that one. I quite like driving home for Christmas just because it's simple, you know.
It's no Christmas wrapping, is it?
Exactly.
Christmas wrapping. And what's the Christa Berg one? Spaceman Came Travelling. That's what I was thinking of. That's a flying related one, isn't it?
It's a bit like Die Hard, though, isn't it? It's not really got a lot to do with Christmas somehow.
Oh well.
Anyway,
We'll leave that one where it is.
Speaking of Christmas films, what's your favourite Christmas film?
Home Alone 2.
Santa Claus the movie.
The Muppet Christmas Carol, definitely.
I tell you, I do like The Santa Claus.
Okay.
Never seen that one.
It's the one where the guy. Well, you need to look at it.
probably
It's
have.
on. It's available on everyone's favourite on-demand streaming service this year, which I won't name. But The Santa Claus, brilliant film. It's about a guy who turns into Santa. There you go.
Very good.
You've probably given it mostly away there, John. But
Thanks, Greg. So, time to get stuck into the quiz. By now, here we are, Christmas Day. I'm sure we're all stuffed with turkey and the trimmings. We've built all the children's Lego, watched the Queen, and are wondering how to avoid making small talk with the mother-in-law. Well, here's the answer. The Cruise Altitude Christmas Quiz. So go grab a pen and some paper and play along at home with your friends and family and see who comes out on top. Here it's John versus Greg. Are we ready, chaps?
ready.
Born ready, sorry.
So here we go then. We have 11 multiple choice questions. Don't want to see why I stopped at 11. Followed by a tiebreaker question at the end. Actually, it's more of a game change question, but more about that later. Okay, pens at the ready. Question number 1. And the answers are all multiple choice. So if you've no idea, you can always have a guess.
Go on.
Question number 1. Which is the coldest airport on Earth? Is it
Ooh.
A, and excuse my pronunciation here, Kangerlusaka in Greenland?
Kangalusak.
I was close. In Greenland.
Also known as Sonderstrom. We talked about it in the last episode as well. There
We
you
did.
go.
B, Yakutsk. That's in Siberian Russia. C, Inuvik, which is in the Northwest Territories. Or D, Elfport, which is near Lapland.
I like your pronunciation, Science.
So what was C?
Inuvik, which I thought was Inuit, but I think that's not how it's
How are you
written.
spelling that?
Inuvik.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
So go on, give us the options again because they're quite
Are you
complicated.
kidding me? Option A is Kangerlussuaq, or
Kangerlussuaq,
or what's it called? You
Sonderstrom.
can tell how often I fly up there. That's in Greenland. B is Yakutsk, or Yakutsk, somewhere in Russian Siberia. C is Inuvik in the Northwest Territories. Or D is, I can do this one, Elfport, which is near Lapland.
Tricky little visual approach on one end of Sonderstrom. There you go.
Right, do we have an answer?
We've got an answer.
Okay, question 2. Which is the longer flight? Is it from the North Pole to the South Pole, or is it from Christmas Island to Lapland?
Ooh.
Is that longest in terms of time? Or?
It is in distance.
Oh, right, tricky. Right, yeah. I know what I'll go for. You got an answer, Greg?
Yeah, I've got one.
Okay. Question 3. What is the airport code for the North Pole? Is it Bravo Sierra November Papa, BSNP, Golf Romeo Tango Oscar, GRTO, Bravo India November Papa, BINP, or Echo Lima Fox Sierra, ELF? ELFS.
So where is the North Pole Airport?
It is actually the North Pole.
It's actually the North Pole.
Yeah, it's actually airport code for the North Pole.
What are you thinking, Greg?
It could be any one of those. I'm not sure.
I think
I'll have to guess, I think.
ELF. If you write them down, two of them are probably unlikely, I reckon.
ELFS.
Oh, yeah.
I've got an answer.
Yeah. It won't be that.
And a bonus question on this one. What's the name
Go
of
on.
the airport?
Well, North Pole, isn't it?
No.
And that's a bonus point, is it?
I'll give you a bonus point
Love
for
a
that.
bonus.
Yeah.
Love a bonus point.
Yeah. Right, moving on. Question number 4. What is the standard outside air temperature of a commercial aircraft when it's in the cruise at 36,000 feet? So on a normal day with normal atmospheric conditions, what would you expect the outside air temperature to be when the plane's at 36,000 feet? Is it A, minus 25, B, minus 56, C, minus 78, or D, minus 104? That's in degrees Celsius for those of you who are Fahrenheit workers.
What were the options again, Si?
Oh, crikey. Okay, minus 25, minus 56, minus 78, or minus 104. And no, I'm not doing decimal points.
Digging out that ATPL meteorology book there, Greg, I see.
That's it, Greg, yeah.
I burned that long ago.
Right, question 5. Where is Christmas Island? Is it A, in the Norwegian Sea, B, between Fiji and Samoa, C, just off the south coast of Indonesia, or D, next to Thanksgiving Island?
You know, I was going to ask this earlier when you asked the previous question.
Oh, well, you know.
Good thing I didn't.
This is it's an educational masterpiece, this, Greg. All right, question 6. Lapland is in which country? Is it A, Norway, B, Canada, C, Finland, or D, Elfland?
Oh, I know this one. We talked about this in our last episode, didn't we?
Yeah, those of you listening to our last episode should have this one in the bag.
I thought Lapland was just I thought it just was an area that spanned lots of countries, but obviously...
Actually, it does. Yeah, that is true.
Does
You
it?
are correct. It does, yeah. But the vast majority of it is in one country.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take that one then. Fair enough.
So that's what I'm going for. Is that
Trust an
right?
airline captain to be so panicky. It's a family show, Greg. Come on. Right, question 7. And the answer to this is yes or no. Can you take a snow globe through airport security?
Ooh.
And
In the UK, I guess.
just globally.
In general.
Yeah, in general, yeah.
Ooh.
And if yes, why? And if
I
no,
know what the answer in the UK
if no,
is.
why not?
Ooh.
Right. Question 8. An Airbus A380 drew a very Christmassy shape on flight radar during a test flight over Germany in December 2017. But what shape did it draw? So it went up, did a test flight, and it was tracked on flight radar, and as part of the test flight, they drew a Christmassy shape. Was that shape A, a star, B, a candy cane, C, a Christmas tree, or D, a bunch of mistletoe?
Ooh. I
Pretty
I think
cool.
I've got an answer for this one.
It's a good effort.
Can I just say this has been done again recently as well?
Has it?
There was it was in the news this week. So a Portuguese airline has just retired an Airbus A380 that they were using for ad hoc charter work, and on its last flight, which I think was from somewhere in Portugal up towards Toulouse, they drew a heart off the coast of Portugal. There you go.
Very good.
Check that out on the internet if you want to see it.
Question 9. The Christmas bullet, later known as the cantilever aero bullet, sometimes referred to as the Christmas strutless biplane, was an American single-seater cantilever wing biplane. It is considered by many to be among the worst aircraft ever constructed. Only 2 were ever built. It was built by a man who had no experience in aircraft design or aeronautical work. But what was his name? Was it Dr. William Whitney Noel, Dr. William Whitley Rudolph, Dr. William Whitney Christmas, or Dr. William Whitney Turkey? I know I'm not repeating the question.
I think I know this one.
Okay. Sounds like an absolute.
I don't know, but I'll have a
sounds
good
like an
guess.
absolute disaster. And if you can, if you have a little Google of this, then you'll see why they probably only ever built 2. Right, question 10. In the original Home Alone movie, the McAllister family flew to Paris on which type of aircraft?
Oh, I know
Was
this
it
one.
A,
I know this.
Trident, B,
It's a long way for
Always
a
the
trident.
Trident.
B, a Boeing 747 Classic, C, a Boeing 767-200, or D, a McDonnell Douglas DC-10?
When was this film made again?
Great film. 1990.
Yeah, about then, yeah.
Actually, 90 or 91.
Anyway,
Yeah. 1990, I think.
How much of a clue are you allowed to give, Simon?
well, there's four there. Which one are you struggling on?
Which was it? A European airline or an American airline they flew with?
I believe they flew with an American airline.
It was in New York to Paris, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Without Kevin.
without Kevin.
Famously.
All right, I'm going to
Don't
change
spoil the
my
movie for anybody who hasn't watched it over the last 30 years. All right,
Great film.
The last question is question 11, obviously. Which one of Santa's reindeer also shares its name with an aircraft type?
Ooh.
So I could read
Do
out.
we get options?
Well, if you know what Santa's reindeer are called,
Oh, I know. I got it. Yes, I got it. No, don't read our options.
no options required.
That's a good one. I got that one. Yeah.
All right,
I'll have some options.
No options. I'll give it away.
go and ask the kids, Greg. Right then.
They usually know stuff.
That's the end of the quiz, and that just leaves us with the tiebreaker stroke game changer round. So let's go through and find the answers to the first 11 questions, and then we'll add up your scores, and then we'll play the game changer round. Okay? Right then, so question 1, which is the coldest airport on Earth? The options were all those places I couldn't pronounce, and the correct answer was...
I went for the one in Siberia that I won't attempt to pronounce.
Go on.
I went for C.
The answer was B, the one in Siberia that none of us can pronounce.
Oh, so
Yeah.
what was that one called again?
Yakutsk,
There we go.
which is in
Yaku.
Russian.
I went for that one because I remember there's a town in Siberia which is the coldest town in the world, so I assumed it's got an airport as well.
Yeah, so
It's probably that one.
it's located in Russia's Siberian region, and it's consistently the coldest airport in the world, with temperatures regularly reaching minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit during the winter. It's so cold that planes sometimes even have to be de-iced during the summer. So
Well, there you go.
yeah, probably not a place for your summer holidays.
Novosibirsk, the one I was thinking of as well, but maybe not.
Anyway, moving on from that question, I'm glad to see the back of those pronunciations. Question 2, 1-0 Greg. Okay, question 2, which is the longer flight, North to South Pole or Christmas Island to Lapland?
It's definitely got to be Christmas Island to Lapland.
Yeah, I went for that as well. I went B.
The answer is North to South Pole.
Oh.
That is almost double. It's 20,004 kilometres, as against Christmas Island to Lapland, which is only 10,631 kilometres.
So I was working on that being a trick question.
Yeah.
But never mind.
So it would take about 25 hours and 22 minutes at the average speed of a commercial airliner. And that's just based on flying in an absolute straight line from the North Pole to the South Pole. So there you go.
There you go.
Greg remains 1-0 up. Question 3. Which is the airport code for the North Pole?
I thought it was Bravo Sierra November Papa.
John?
See, I went for Bravo India November Papa.
Bravo India November Papa. Very good, John.
Hey.
John pulls one back. I'm surprised none of you went for Elves or Grotto.
No.
Disappointed. All right. Question 4 was.
What about the bonus? Hang on, you did a bonus question.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the bonus. And the bonus question. Did anyone get the name of the airport?
I don't have a single clue, so I went for Santa's Airport.
It's very close.
I went for JLK.
Oh,
nice one.
That's
nice
very
one.
good. I'm going to give you the point, Greg, I think, because it's actually called Santa Claus International, so that's pretty close. Bonus point to the guest, John.
Oh,
Right, question 4. What is the standard outside air temperature of a commercial aircraft in the cruise at 36,000 feet? Any,
Minus 56.
minus 56. John?
I went for that as well.
Yeah,
Minus
correct.
56. Yeah.
Point to both of you. It's actually minus 56.5, I think. Off the top of my head. But yeah, there you go. Pretty cold. Question 5. Where is Christmas Island? Greg?
I went for C, but I've forgotten what the answer actually was. I didn't know, so I went for C. That's a good rule of life. I would say.
So C was just off the south coast of Indonesia.
So I went for between Fiji and Samoa.
Points go to Greg. He's into the lead 4-2 now. Yeah,
So where is
Christmas
it? Where
Island
is
is just off the south coast of Indonesia.
Oh,
See, John, always go for C if you didn't know.
never mind.
Question 6.
Yeah.
Lapland is mostly in which country? Greg?
It must be Finland.
Finland, correct.
Yeah, Finland.
Yeah.
I went for that as well.
5-3 to Greg. Question 7.
Oof.
Right. We'll have no arguments here. Can you take a snow globe through airport security? Yes or no? Greg?
Well, based on my experience of airport security, I'm going to say definitely not.
Okay. John?
I went for no as well.
Okay, the answer is yes, actually. So long as it's under 100 millilitres.
Well, I actually did write down no, and the reason I put was because there's liquid in it. It could be over 100 millilitres.
Yeah, but the answer you could put down was wrong. So, yeah.
So I get half a point.
No.
How would you know if it's less than 100 mils?
I don't know, Greg. I don't know. Ask airport security
These are the questions,
next time.
Simon. These are the
Next
questions.
time you go through, ask airport security. All right, question 8. An Airbus A380 drew a very Christmassy shape on flight radar during a test flight over Germany in December 2017. But which shape was it? Greg?
Christmas tree.
John?
Yeah, it's a Christmas
tree. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. If you have a little look at it, it's pretty neat. Not sure my flying is accurate enough to do anything like that. Right, Greg's leading 6-4. John, you've got a couple of questions left to try and pull back.
To pull it back.
Right.
Got to win the next 3, John.
Question time. Question 9, rather. The Christmas bullet, later known as the cantilever aero bullet, sometimes referred to as the Christmas strutless biplane, was an American single-seat cantilever wing biplane. It is considered to be, by many, the worst aircraft ever constructed. Only 2 were ever built. It was built by a man who had no experience in aircraft design or aeronautical work. But what was his name? It was Dr. William Whitney.
It's got to be Noel, because the others are just too ridiculous.
Yeah, I went Noel as
No
well.
one could really be called any of those.
Dr. William Whitney Christmas.
Oh!
Hence the Christmas
no.
biplane.
Oh, should have. The clue was in the title.
It was. Right, question 10, which in a normal quiz would be the last question. In the original Home Alone movie, the McAllister family flew to Paris on which aircraft type?
Now, no pressure, Greg, but I've definitely got this one right. It's one of my favourite films.
All right then, all right. See, I originally went for Trident because normally the answer was always Trident, but
That's true.
with the clue about it being an American carrier, I had to go with a 747 Classic.
John?
Oh, and he's got it wrong. He's got it wrong.
What's the answer,
Oh.
John?
Oh no.
I went for the McDonnell Douglas DC-10.
Is correct. 6-5 to Greg.
Oh, it's all on the last
It
answer.
is all on the last answer. Good.
It's going to come down to the tiebreaker, I can tell.
It is. Final question is question 11. Which one of Santa's reindeer also shares its name with an aircraft type? Greg, come on.
My knowledge of Santa's reindeer is poor, I've got to say.
Right.
So, because I actually don't know the answer, I just wrote down Blitzen. So.
You got it wrong then.
I've taken a stab.
Blitzen is
Probably wrong.
is not correct.
I'll tell you what I've gone for, Si. As you know, I'm a big fan of British engineering in aeroplanes. And the British first jet airliner of all time was called, of course, the de Havilland Comet.
Oh,
Very
no.
So I've gone
good.
for Comet.
Well done, John. And somehow, miraculously, you have pulled it back to tie the quiz after question 11 at 6-all. Well done, guys.
He's grasped a draw from the jaws of defeat.
Well done, John, well done. Not to worry, we've still got the tiebreaker to go.
Yeah, and that means now we've got to head to the tiebreaker / game changer question. Are you ready for this?
Oof,
Ready.
dunno.
Okay, so it's tiebreaker time after the main quiz, and we're tied at 6 points each. So here we go, tiebreaker stroke game changer round. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to give you both a Christmassy word.
Ooh.
And your challenge is to spell that word back to me. However, when you spell it back to me, you need to use the phonetic alphabet. Now, as pilots, guys, we use the phonetic alphabet a lot, don't we?
Yeah.
And the reason we do that is that not everybody's first language is English. So to make sure that people are understood and there's no confusion over the letters we use the phonetic alphabet. So, for example, if your Christmassy word was tree, you would spell it back to me saying Tango, Romeo, Echo, Echo. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to give each of you a word. They're both 16 letters long, so they're exactly the same. For every letter you spell back to me correctly, you're going to get a point. For every mistake you make, you're going to get deducted a point. However, to make it slightly more challenging and interesting, I'm going to time you on how long it takes you to spell that word back to me. And then we'll deduct your time from your total score and we'll see who is the winner. Do we understand?
I feel like I'm back at airline selection all over again.
All right then. So, Greg, you're the guest of the podcast. So would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first then.
You'll go first.
I always go
Right
first.
then, Greg.
If you're given a choice, always go first.
Good command decision there, Greg.
Okay. Your 16-letter Christmassy word is season's greetings. Go.
Okay, so Sierra, Echo, Alpha, Sierra, Oscar, November, Sierra, Golf, Romeo, Echo, Echo, Tango, India, November, Golf, Sierra.
Okay, Greg. Brilliant. So that I've stopped the stopwatch. I'm going to make a note of your time. Now, you spelt the whole phrase back to me, season's greetings, and you made no mistakes. Well done. So that gives you 16 points. So we'll add those 16 points onto your score from the main quiz. That gives you a total of 22 points. And now we'll take your time, which was 20 seconds. Not bad.
Alrighty.
And we'll deduct that from your main score. So that gives you a grand total of 2. That could be a winning score here. So, John, you're on 6 points, which is more than Greg at the moment. However, you've not won because you haven't played the final round. So you have a score of 2 to beat, John. Are you ready for your Christmassy word?
Yep.
All right. I'll reset my stopwatch. And here we go. Your Christmassy word is Christmas pudding.
Okay, it's Charlie Hotel, Romeo India, Sierra Tango, Mike Alpha Sierra, Papa Uniform, Delta Delta India November Golf.
Okay, John, that was pretty quick. Right, so I'll note down your time. You managed to spell Christmas pudding back to me correctly. So that's 16 points onto your 6 that you tie with Greg. So that gives you 22.
Oh, that's got to be tight.
Now, did you or didn't you do it quicker than Captain Greg? Your time was...
Drum roll, please.
Ooh, I think John might have sneaked it here.
13 seconds.
Yay!
So that gives you a grand total of 9 points. So John has won the inaugural Cruise Altitude Christmas quiz. Well done, John.
Whee!
Excellent job.
Sorry, Greg.
Well done, John. Well done. I'll have to come back on and beat you next time.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're more than welcome, Greg, to come back on and challenge John again.
So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you've enjoyed listening to us so far this year.
Yeah, we hope you've enjoyed it at home as well. If you have played along, then send us in your scores. We'd love to see if anybody managed to beat John's remarkable 9 points. You can send us a tweet or post on our Facebook page, or indeed send us an email at cruisealtitude@outlook.com.
Yeah, we're going to be back in the new year with loads of exciting features to look forward to, including some specialist interviews and feature episodes. And of course, we'll return with more of your questions answered from our mailbag. But in the meantime, thanks very much for listening. Hope you all have a fantastic Christmas and a very happy new year.
Yeah, have a wonderful festive period and a happy new year. Keep it down to earth in 2021 with Cruise Altitude.
Thanks for listening to Cruise Altitude. Don't forget to subscribe via your favourite podcast provider, leave us a review and get in touch via Facebook, Twitter or Instagram. A down-to-earth podcast from Cruise Altitude.
Oh, no, hang on a minute. I've written the answer down wrong. 25 hours, 22 minutes, average speed of a commercial calculation.
You don't see Chris Tarrant doing this, do you?
Got newfound respect for the guy.
No, sorry. Okay, we'll cut that out.